Hello, dear students. Very good morning. You know that we are learning the chapter Control and Coordination. So, till now, we have studied about animal coordination. So, about reflex action, human brain, and how does the neuron tissues causes action, and how are these tissues are protected inside the human body. We have studied. And now we are learning about coordination in plants. Students, you know that animals have a nervous system for controlling and coordinating the activities of the body. But plants have neither a nervous tissue or nervous system nor a muscles. So, how do they respond to the stimuli? So, stimuli means responding into the external or environmental activities, right? So, when you touch these leaves of a touch me not plant or mimosa pudica, okay, so mimosa pudica, so ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದರೆ ಮುನಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So when you touch that plant, all the leaves will suddenly, so it will droop or it will fold up and they will begins to droop. So this is one kind of coordination. So here you can observe one more thing, that is when a seed germinate, okay, when a seed germinates, you know that the roots goes down and the stems which comes up into the air. So what happens? So firstly, so in the first one, the leaves of the sensitive plant moves very quickly in response to the touch, right? In case of mimosa pudica, so the leaves will move very quickly in response to the touch. In that case, there is no growth is involved, alva mimosa pudica alli. So there is not a growth related movement. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೋ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಟಚ್ ಆಯಿತು, ರೆಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ನ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡೆಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು growth, the movement which is not related to growth. So on the other side, we have taken seed germination as an example, right? So the directional movement of a seedling is caused by growth, okay? So this germination of a seed, it is growth related movement. You can see on this picture now, so the roots are going down and the shoot system which is going up towards the air, right? So if it is prevented from growing, it will not show any movement. So plant shows that two different types of movements. So one we have already studied, that is growth, whether it is growth related or not. So first one is one dependent on growth and the other one is independent of growth, okay? Movement which is dependent on growth and the movement which is not dependent, it means the movement is independent of growth, okay? So you see here, it is a growth dependent movement, right? So now we note growth dependent. Okay, first we'll learn about immediate response to the stimuli. Okay, let us think about one kind of movement, such as that the sensitive plant, that is mimosa pudica. You know that since there is no growth is involved, okay, it is independent of growth, right? The plant must actually move its leaves in response to the touch. So see here on that video, so when the person is touching that leaves, it is automatically folding the leaves, okay? So here the plant must actually move its leaves in response to the touch, but there is no nervous tissue or any muscle tissues, right? So you know that in the animals, they have a nervous tissue and muscles, so they will inform the brain to act on it, responding. So how does the plants detect the touch and how do the leaves move in response? So if we think about where exactly the plant is touched and what part of the plant actually moves, so it is apparent that movement happens at a point different from the point of touch, okay? So it is apparent that movement happens at a point different from the point of touch, okay? So information that a touch has occurred must be communicated to the body, alva? So nodi illi, so we have touched here, right? So but all the leaflets are folding, so the point of touch here, and the response we are getting till here, right? So the information that touch has occurred must be communicated here. So the plant also use electrical and chemical means to convey this information from one cell to another cell. But unlike in animals, there is no specialized tissues. You know that in the animals we have nervous tissues and muscles to transfer the information. But here we don't have a specialized tissues in plants for the conduction of information. So finally, again as in animals, some cells must change their shape in order for movement to happen, right? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಮಸಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಶೇಪ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ some cells must change shape in order for the movement to happen. So instead of a specialized proteins found in animals, you know that actin and myosin are present in the animals, right? So plant cells change shape by changing the amount of water in them. Okay, it is totally depend on the amount of water present in the cells. Okay, they will change the amount of water. So it results in the swelling or shrinkage and therefore in changing the shape. ಸೊ ಈ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸೊ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಶ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ದ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಟಿಮುಲೈ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈಗ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಿಮುಲೈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು, ಏನು ಸೊ ಫೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಟಿಮುಲಸ್. Okay, next we'll learn about movement due to growth, or a movement which is related to, or which the movement which is dependent on growth. So some plants like pea plants that climbs up other plant or fences by means of tendrils. Here you can see tendrils, nothing but balligalu. So these tendrils are sensitive to touch. So when they come in contact with any support, this is the support. Okay, this is the support and this is the tendril, this is the whole plant. Ikkada whole plant irutte. So these tendrils which need a support for the growth. The part of the tendril which is in contact with the object does not grow as rapidly as the part of the tendrils away from the object. So this causes the tendril to circle. You can see on the picture. So it causes the tendril to circle around the object and does cling to it. So more commonly, plants respond to the stimuli slowly by growing in a particular direction. Okay, they are growing in a particular direction. So because this growth is directional, it appears as if the plant is moving. Alva plant move ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ತರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, let us understand this type of movement with the help of other examples. First, you have to take one conical flask and the water. So you have to take one plant, or even you can take the seeds also. Okay, so if you keep a plant on the conical flask and you have to cover, you have to take a cardboard box and it should be open at the one side and it should be closed at the other side, and you should keep the flask in the box in such a manner so that the open side of the box should be faces towards the light. It should be faces towards the light coming from the window. Okay, ಈ ತರ ವಿಂಡೋ ಇಂದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳಕ್ ಬೀಳೋ ತರ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ನ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So after 2 to 3 days, you will notice that the shoot bend towards the light. Here you can see the shoot is bending towards the light, and the roots. So the roots are away from the light. So this is one experiment. So why these shoots are bending towards light? You know that the leaves are present in the shoot system. These leaves require photosynthesis for the survival of the plant. Hence, So the environmental triggers such as light, okay, so it will responding it to the stimuli. It is the stimuli and it is responding it to the light, right? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. So here the roots does not perform the photosynthetic activity, right? It does not require light also. So hence this root is going away from the light. This is one activity. One is when you place a pot like this, ಈ ತರ one end should be open. ಈ ಕಡೆ open ಇರಬೇಕು. So you leave it for a few days. Okay, you should leave it undisturbed in the condition for a few days. Okay, what you will see means, so the roots will go downwards and the shoot system or the shoot parts will grow upside. Okay, it's showing that so the roots are always grow downwards and the shoots always go upwards. Okay, it is showing the geotropism. What is geotropism? Geo means earth, tropism means response. Okay, the roots always go downwards means it is positively geotrophic, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಶೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್. ಶೂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೆವರ್ ಸೀನ್ ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ it is against to the gravity. Okay, the roots are positively geotrophic means they are positively gravity, and these shoots are growing against the gravity means they are negatively geotrophic. Environmental triggers such as light and the gravity will change the directions that plant parts grow in. So these directions or trophic movements can be either towards the stimulus. Stimulus means, so here the stimulus is light, right? Illi light is a stimulus. Here the earth, so trophism, so that is the stimulus. So here the direction or trophic movements that can be either towards the stimulus kade nadru irbodu and away from the stimulus also. So in two different kinds of phototrophic movements. Phototrophic movements means this one. Okay, the stimulus is responding to the light. Shoots respond to the bending towards the light, right? While the roots respond by bending away from it. Here you can see on this picture, the shoot is going towards light side and the roots are coming away from the light. So how does this help the plant? You know that plants show tropism in response to other stimuli as well. The roots of a plant always grow downwards. Here you can see the roots of the plant always grow downwards while the shoots are usually grow upward, means which is away. Shoots are away from the earth and roots are towards the earth side. So okay, so this upward and the downward growth of shoot and roots respectively in response to the pull of the earth or a gravity is obviously geotrophism. It is called as geotrophism. So by this we can conclude it that so shoots when it comes to phototrophism, photo means light response, light stimuli ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so shoots are positively towards the light and the roots are negative, right? They are negatively phototrophism. So shoots are positively phototrophism. So roots respond by bending away from the light. Next, coming to this geotrophism. Geotrophism, it is the movement of a plant in response to the gravity. Okay, it is respond to the gravity either downwards or upwards. But whether it is positive or negative, it related to the organs. Positive geotrophism means roots grows towards the ground. It is called as positive geotrophism. And the shoots which grow growing away from the ground, it is called as negatively geotrophism. So this is how plants respond to the some of the stimuli. So not only light and the geotrophism, There are some other trophic features, for example, water, chemicals. So that we will study in the next chapter. I hope all of you have understood this. Thank you.